Why do you look so confused?
What about these? They're popular, they shimmer.
No shimmer. No footless tights or freaky little toe sock thingies. I just want pantyhose, basic nude. I used to buy them at the grocery store. They come in a little plastic egg, a kind of pantyhose. That's what I need. Is that really so hard to understand?
Hi, my name is Victoria Park. I am an Asian American actress living in LA. I was born in Champaign-Urbana, about 3 hours outside Chicago. So my parents, even though they're immigrants, they are basically first generation. My mom came over when she was 4. They speak unaccented English. They're pretty all-American. My mom is basically Martha Stewart. We had a lot of casseroles growing up. So I didn't really consider the fact that they were Asian or that I was being raised in an Asian way. I know I'm Korean American, but I operated as if I was white. It started from a point of rejection, and then in college, meeting more people of all different races, I became more open to the idea of, oh, I'm Asian American and that's okay. I don't have to reject this part of me just because I don't know a lot about it. So I actually went into college pre-law. I started and I absolutely hated it. Like, there was nothing I liked about it, and it kind of threw me into this panic of, well, what am I gonna do? I only have 2 years to find a major. And so I tried a whole bunch of different things, and I ended up in a film class, and I was like, this is what I've always wanted to do. The things that I was always drawn to were pictures and films and how you tell a story through like a visual aspect. I originally moved here kind of on a whim. I hadn't really had any plans, and I was going to a couple of my friends' weddings. All my friends got married, and I was kind of sitting around wondering what I was going to do with my life, and thought, hey, maybe I'll move to LA and pursue this filmmaking thing. So that's what I did. It is a little crazy, I guess, and people have said that. I honestly didn't think twice about it, so I guess that wasn't really in my mind. But I don't think that should stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. My dad was awesomely on board. He was like, all right, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. We packed up my car, we drove across the country, and the rest is history. A friend of mine who was moving out, she hit me up on Facebook, and she was like, hey, I'm moving to LA, we should live together. And I was like, sure, great, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm gonna be an actor. And I was like, cool. And so she told me about the acting school she was going to, and I decided to go, kind of on a whim as well. So I started there with no expectations, just something to fill my days with, and it ended up being so much fun. Found my manager really quickly through that school, actually, and they started submitting me, and I started booking work, and before I knew it, I was working as an actor, and I was like, hey, maybe this is what I should do. It's just funny how the specific place I found myself in kind of found me instead of the other way around. You know, I think in the beginning, every audition that came my way, whether I thought I was right for it or not, I would go out for it because I wanted that experience. But the one role that I would consistently turn down, and gratefully my managers and my agent are so great about this, I very early on told them I don't want to go out for roles that are just Asian specific. I obviously am Asian American, but that's not my experience growing up. I remember in the beginning I was going out for these roles that required me to speak Mandarin, and I was like, okay, first of all, I'm Korean. Second of all, I don't even speak Korean, so this is just way outside my wheelhouse. I don't think the way that I look or the color of my skin should limit, you know, the story that I can tell, and can limit the experience or the character that I can play. I'm very grateful that I started now, because I was able to get a lot of roles that in the past people who look like me haven't been able to get. Just because I'm Asian American doesn't mean that I can only tell one story. My story is different than maybe, you know, my friend over here who also happens to be Asian American. You know, I came from a more white background than maybe somebody who grew up with all Asians, and so I want to be able to tell those stories differently than she might be able to tell her stories. That would be really great to be able to see in the future, you know, and hopefully, like I said, be a part of making that happen.